All right. First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Shah, Bashim Rakar Hakwadash. The honors to the apostle and elders of Amen Stone. Peace, salutation, the brother doing the work in sincerity and the truth. The hopeful elect, the brothers waiting every day, praying for Yahweh Bashim Shah to return so we can get out this place. Peace and salutation to you, brothers. I just want to get into just basically some basics real quick for brothers that might follow the channel and and just really just learning. I want to start with because some people are not inclined to really understanding about Israel. A lot of indications, and I just want to get into basically some color scriptures, and just do that for some brothers that might just be searching his channels, and the Lord just put a spirit on them to just see what they're saying. Start with 10:5. Daniel's 10:5. It says, I lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with the fine gold of Uphaz. It says his body also like the beryl, and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass, and the voice of the words like the voice of the multitude. So it says like in color to fine brass. So what's the color of brass? The color of brass is a derivative of brown. It's a brown color. So let's go to and this was Daniel speaking in the prophecy of the Lord. Let's go to Solomon, the King Solomon. Let's go to King Solomon. Chapter 1, verse 5. I think it's been a minute. Let's go to Song of Solomon 1 and 5. Okay. This is Solomon. It says, I am black become me, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. It says, don't look upon me because I am black. Let's get the word. First of all, the word black, go to the word Hebrews 7:38, and the word is shakor. All right, the word is black. All right, I am black. So he just said he was black because the sun has looked upon me. My mother, children were angry with me because they made me a keeper of the vineyard, but my own vineyard have I not kept. So so that's just the color scriptures. Let's go to Job. Job, and these are very important. It's really important to understand. A lot of people that come in don't understand why we speak of this thing. Okay, this is Job 30 and 30. It says, my skin is black upon me, and my bones are burnt with heat. Right? So Job is saying his skin is black upon him. All right? It's the same word shakor means to be black of skin. So your skin is black. All right? It's a primitive identical duskiness or dawn to be black in color. So he's dark skin, bro, at the bottom. All right? Let's go to Jeremiah 14:2. Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2. It says, Judah mourneth. Judah is the head tribe. They mourneth. It says, the gates of their language, gates are their leaders. They lack. It says, they are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is going up. The word, so Jerusalem is, they say they are black unto the ground. That's to talk about their color. All right? Let's go to Lamentations chapter 4, verse 8. Lamentations 4 and 8. Lamentations 4 and 8. It says, their visage is blacker than the coal. They are not known in the streets. Their skin cleaveth to their bones. It is withered. It becomes like a stick. This here, the visage, they're dark. let's go with the scriptures. It says Shakor, Kasha, Kasha. It says mean to become dark, grow dim, or darken to be black, to be hidden. All right. To cause and be dark. This is just color scriptures. If you go down, it just explain what's going on, because we're going into Babylon at that time. Let's go to this, and the color, and they were dark skinned. They give a image of how they look. This is Lamentations 5:10. It says our skin was black like an oven because of the terrible famine. Right? It's saying shamar. It says yearn to be black. Esau will give you anything, man. But this is talking about the skin colors. Be black, be kindled. They was already to be dark. They're dark skinned. So, like with the description of the Lord. Let's go there. Revelations. Because the Lord has described himself as a dark skin, man. It's Revelations 1. Let's go start at the Revelations, verse 1. It says, the revelation of Yahushua, which the Most High gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angels unto his servants John, who bear record. So this is a record of John. So it says the revelation of Yahushua, which Most High gave unto him to show unto him his servants things which must surely come to pass. So it's a revelation, it's a revealing. Let's get the word revelation. The revelation is apocalyptus. It says lying, making bare, making naked, a disclosure of truth. So this was a disclosure of truth. Instruction concerning things before unknown. A lot of this stuff was unknown, used in event which by things, a state of, or persons here too, within from the view were made visible at all manifestation and appearance. Appearing, coming, light, and manifesting be revealed. So, and then it says, who verse 2, it says, who bear record of the word of Yahweh Shai and the testimony of Yahweh and all things that he saw. It says, verse 3, I love this part. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. Let's go down to verse 13. It says, in the midst of the candlesticks, 7 candlesticks, one like it to the Son of Man, clothed to the foot, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with the golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire. So the scripture said that his eyes should be flamed with the fire, and teeth white with milk. It says should be red with wine, because he drank wine. The scripture said that. And it says his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace. So his feet were burned in the furnace. Like he said, his feet was like unto fine brass. Same thing Daniel said was like fine brass. It says as if it was burned in the furnace. This means he was a dark-skinned man. And the furnace and his voice were the sound of many waters. Same thing Daniel said. So it described the Lord said his feet was unto fine brass, which is dark, which is a brown color, but it says as if they were burnt in the furnace, so he was a dark-skinned man. So that's how dark it was, right? I think there's another one on Revelation 16:2, maybe. That was about the market of beast. This is a Ezekiel, the description of angels right here. That was in the chariot. Bear with me for a second. Hmm. So like it's right in my face. This is Ezekiel 1:7. It says, and their feet were like straight feet. Matter of fact, let's go up. Let's go to Ezekiel 1:4. It says, and I looked, behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, and a great cloud and a fire enfolding itself, and brightness was about it, and out of the midst of thereof as the color of the amber. That's in the midst of the chariot, and out of the midst of the fire. So it was a sort of basically like a probably like a circle chariot with the fire, and the amber was out of the mist. This is the amber out of the midst of the fire. Now amber is like a shiny substance, amber or electricum or bronze. So it says, also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of four creatures of the living creatures, and this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man. Now keep that in point. And one, it said likeness of a man, and every one had four faces, and every one had four wings, and their feet were like straight feet, and the sole of their feet was like the calf's foot. It was just saying, it's just sort of like a boot, like a ninja boot or something like that, and they sparkled like the color of burnished brass. So they was look the look was like a burnished brass, you know. All right. So there's the brown skin color. They talk about the angels, right? So just wanted to hit certain points, man. All right. So I did. So and with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashim El Shabbat Shabbat Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, and peace and salutation, brother doing this work. And shalom.